These are 7 things that I wish I knew before I started college. Here I am, filming this video in my college apartment. I'm about almost halfway through my senior year. I go to Loyola University of Chicago. So, number 1, partying, alcohol, and drugs get boring after a while. Freshman year, you're having a lot of fun. All right, you're discovering new drugs, alcohol, maybe you're smoking some weed, maybe you're taking your first edible, and it's a lot of fun. You're having some crazy times, you're having some anxious times, maybe you get too paranoid off of a brownie or something, and it's just a crazy experience. You have a lot of fun, it's new, it's unlike anything you've ever experienced before. Getting drunk is super fun when it's your first few times getting drunk, but at some point you wake up too many times with a headache. Too many times you wake up with brain fog after smoking weed or having an edible or whatever drug that you may have taken the next day. It's still lingering in your system. And at some point, me personally, I just decided that I would rather wake up with a fresh, clear head every day than wake up with a headache and brain fog. It's just way more important to me now at this point. And that didn't all happen at once. It's slowly, gradually over time, over the years, I started to taper my usage less and less to the point where now I don't drink or smoke anything. Number 2, your loneliest moments are your biggest opportunities for growth. In college, you will feel a lot of lonely times. I know that it seems like everybody has their group, everybody is finding someone that they're dating or something, and you know, you have moments where you look around and you're just all alone in your dorm. There's no one around and you're just feeling like, shouldn't I be, invited to some party this weekend? Like, shouldn't I have something to do? And you might feel really lonely. This is the first time in your life where you're really on your own, living on your own, and you're gonna face loneliness head on. So this is the first time in your life where you are sitting alone with yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, and this is actually the biggest opportunity for you to learn about yourself. And my advice and the things that I did, especially during my sophomore and junior year, was when I had those lonely moments, I would just go on a walk with myself and I would just think and dive into me and figure out who the heck am I and why am I feeling lonely right now. And eventually, after a while, I'm stuttering a lot on this video. You'll start to enjoy your own presence a lot more, and you'll start to respect yourself a lot more because you get to know yourself and care about yourself in those moments when, you realize that, maybe hanging out with people is fun, but you're really just distracting yourself from getting to know yourself truly, which can be kind of scary and uncomfortable. The third thing that I wish I knew before college was that it is completely okay to switch your major or your career path. I started out in nursing school because I wanted to help people. And I think I look back, that was very noble of me, but it's not who I am. It's not what I want to do with my life. And I switched to psychology halfway through my college career. That is totally fine. It seems like the scariest thing before you do it, because you're you've ingrained yourself in this one identity of this is who I am, this is my major, this is what I'm interested in, and then after a while maybe you feel like actually that's not who I am and what I want to be. It can be scary to make that switch and do the work to change your classes around and tell people. It's nerve-wracking to tell people, especially your parents, I don't want to be this, I want to be this. My advice is to just follow your gut and your heart on that topic, because you don't want to be stuck in a major and graduate with a degree that you're ultimately not interested in or passionate about. Number 4, hookups kinda suck. Tinder dating, dorm room hookups. I'm sure you're gonna have your fair share of those. And it's not as glorious as you think, Hooking up with somebody you'll find after a while, is just kind of shallow and not very good. It's just not very good. You start to realize that some people aren't very good at kissing. Some people aren't very good at, and I think what you'll find is that relationship stuff and relationship sex is so much better than hooking up. And I would recommend trying to go a little bit deeper with somebody you care about. Number 5, appreciate the dining halls. The dining halls might get a lot of shit at your school. A lot of people hate on it, especially if you're picky. I am not personally picky. I just care that I am fed and that I get the nutrients and calories I need. I don't really care how I get those calories. So for me, cooking is a big hassle. I like to keep things simple, and the dining halls give you exactly what you need. As long as you're not getting food poisoning, the dining halls are amazing. You just show up, you get your food, you eat it quick, and you're off to go study. Cooking a meal at home, like I do now, takes a lot longer. You gotta like prep things, you gotta go grocery shopping, you gotta clean the dishes afterwards. In the dining hall, you just, when you're finished with your plate, you just give it to wherever. All right, had a little bit of a technical difficulty there. Now we're back on to the video. Number 6, you will outgrow certain people. You will have friends your freshman year, you'll outgrow them. And sophomore, junior year, you'll find that you no longer wanna hang out with them. Or maybe they figure out that they don't want to hang out with you. And that's totally fine. There's a lot of transitioning happening with relationships, and as you're growing into who you are and figuring out your own identity and coming into your full self, you're gonna realize that certain people don't fit your life. They don't fit well with who you want to be. And some people you realize, they're actually not that awesome of people. They're actually not maturing with me. They're staying at their low level of maturity and they're not growing the same way that I want to grow. It's totally cool and totally fine to let those people go. Number 7, school is not that difficult. It's not that hard. Don't freak out. If you think it's that hard, here's why you think it's hard. You're just really distracted. I guarantee you, if you take 1 to 2 focused hours every day of the school week, you just take 1, maybe 2 hours of focused work time to do studying, to do something, put on some lo-fi hip hop, some, trance EDM, and just get into whatever it is you need to do. You can knock that stuff out easy. 1 hour, maybe 2 if you got a busy day. You just need undistracted focus, and you'll have so much more free time than you could imagine. There's a lot more free time than you think if you stay focused. Now that I am in my senior year of college, looking back at my freshman year, I realize that I have changed so much. I mean, I'm fundamentally the same. My personality is the same, but I as a person have changed so much that I could only expect so many things to change throughout that time. If you feel like a lot of things are changing, it might seem like in the moment that it's the biggest thing in the world. But in reality, you'll look back and realize that this is just a normal part of the process as you're growing into who you are and who you're meant to be. It's totally good to struggle sometimes and to feel stressed and feel anxious and feel like things are really intense in the moment when it's really just part of the process. And I hope this was helpful. So leave a comment if I missed something in your experience, or if you think I should add something to this list of things that people should know before they start college. Thanks for watching today's video, and I will see you next time.